Hi everyone, thanks for finding my channel, Arkytior Collective. I try to read the energies that are prominent in the collective and tell the story that the cards want to tell. Not all messages will resonate for every person, so if one sounds like it's for you, but then the next message doesn't, then leave what doesn't resonate now, but keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time. I intend for my readings to be timeless, so whenever you find them is when you're meant to. Hi everyone, I hope I find everyone well. We're going to jump right into it. We're doing a full moon in Leo now. We just got out of a full moon in Cancer, and that was very emotional for everybody, I'm sure. I was not the only one in the collective that was in my feels the last couple days, so we'll see what Leo has to give us. This is a little more comfortable of an energy for me because I have moon in Leo in my natal chart anyways. So it can make you feel a bit full of yourself, I must say. But we'll see what the cards have to say in the collective. So I've already laid out the first light tarot, which was a beautiful gift from my friend Ozzy. Thank you very much, Ozzy. I love you. I did a modified Celtic cross, which is just the heart of the matter, the crowning energy, or like what's on our minds, past, recent past, present, near future, and outcome. So the heart of the matter here was the energy card. I liken it to the Force because I'm a big Star Wars nerd. And this makes me feel like the heart of the energy of the collective right now is raising your vibrations. We're all trying to raise our vibrations right now. We're going through some downloads. There's some big changes in the spiritual leveling of the collective. I think we're being prepared for something really big in the future. Even if it's not something really big on a collective scale, I feel like individually we are being called to level up. So this is calling people to remember source. I'm being told. Remember source. There are lots of meditations that you can do to like open yourself up more to listening to your guides and the higher vibrations. So I would suggest looking for those. This has enthusiasm also. We need to go into this with a little bit of enthusiasm. I mean, it's really tough because we've been through so much, you know, that none of us want to go through another battle or another level up or another, you know, challenge. I mean, we just want some peace and quiet, but it doesn't always happen when we want it. Crowning energy, what's on our minds is emotion, the emotion card. Like attract like, stay positive, mindful happiness, and control of self. So, a lot of times when a card like that comes up, to mind your emotions and control your emotions, people often tend to think it means to cut their hearts off, like to guard themselves. And maybe in a certain aspect it does. But this time I'm getting the feeling that we have to control the negative emotions that we get, the doubt, the self deprecating talk, the, oh gosh, what did they just give me? I can't do this, or it's just the negative emotions. A lot of times we think we have to pull back on the positive emotions, like, oh, this feels too good to be true, or this feels too happy, or I love this person too much, or maybe they love me too much, and we got to pull back. Those emotions we need to harness, we need to encourage, because love is the most powerful emotion, and that can bring a lot of I was going to say power again, but there's something else there. I felt I felt anger at first. We have to control the negative emotions this time. It's not so much being guarded from the positive because we're scared. It's being mindful of the negative because that can harm us. In the recent past, we have resistance, which is it says find a middle ground, and the keyword is preparation. So I feel like this has to do with what's coming here in the other card here in the near future is the battle, where there's some kind of battling within ourselves. And because we have the emotion card here, I feel like this is a battle between emotion and logic. Somebody or a lot of us in the collective maybe are having to make harsh decisions between logic and love, or emotion and rationale, you know. And that in the future is going to be a real fight for us because we're not going to know which one. It's like we don't know which one is more important. We don't know if keeping our heads about us is more important or if following our hearts is more important. I think the key to it, though, here is this present energy card, which is diversity. And diversity card, it tells us to integrate and blend. So we're going to have to find a medium between the two of logic and emotion. And when we get that energy right in the middle, when we get that energy in balance, then it won't be such a battle. And the final outcome card here is well-being. So if we can find balance between logic and emotion, between duty and passion, well, it says accept guidance and enlightenment, and the key word is awareness. We'll become self-aware of our own power. And with that power, we'll be able to increase the well-being of not only ourselves, but the collective in general. Bottom of the deck was the Chariot, which is drive, determination, ambition, and emotional control. Again, emotional control. Why is this going dark like this again? Whatever is here, get out, because this is not acceptable. I'm going to turn on an extra light. I'll be right back. Happened last time too. Almost like something is like hovering around the table and making it dark. I don't like that. So maybe we should pause here and center and clear our space and call in our protections, because there's something definitely in the air. Okay. Take a deep breath. Hold for 2 heartbeats. And release. Yeah, I know, I heard it. I felt it. You alright? We ask all positive energies to attend us and guide us to the messages that fulfill our highest good. Guides, ancestors, patrons, angels, archangels, and source, please come forward and be with me. Michael, guard the corners. Gabriel, make the messages clear and useful. And Metatron, be present to protect the seekers and deliverers of the divine's communications. All right, let's hope that clears out that space, that energy. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Chariot, which is determination, ambition, and emotional control. There's that a control card again. Underneath that is the Star, Aquarius energy. The Chariot is Cancer energy. The Star is Aquarius energy, potential. Success, happy endings, and promising beginnings. And underneath that was Conspiracy, which is hidden truths will be revealed. What you hide will eat you. Truth, the value of theory. And then there was another keyword there that I just wrote down paid by source. And what that meant was, if there is any price to be paid for the truth that needs to come out, source will pay it, not you. What? Come on. What? I fed you. Alright, so this is the high energy. This is like high cosmic energy because the deck is all photos from the Hubble of nebula and stars and stuff. So I attribute this deck to very 5D energy. This is the footprint of source, I heard, or fingerprint of source, like how the divine is maneuvering in our 3D world. So we're going to bring it down a vibration to the 4D, and we're going to go over to the fairies. Everything is pre-shuffled, but I will wake them up a little bit by shuffling again. I hope it's not too loud. Death at the bottom, which is interesting because death came out over here too. Oh, that was the devil. Okay. Sage at the bottom in the cut. That's nice. Maven. Let's see if any of these come out. Fiery sword, ace of swords. It's truth and clarity. That felt good. I stutter, I swear, I sing. I'm not as polished a reader as a lot of the readers on YouTube. I take a lot of pauses. I get things wrong. I forget things. I ramble. I can be a hot mess. And sometimes my readings can devolve into hot messes. So if you can vibe with a hot mess, then I'm your girl. So fairies, can you please come forward? Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Please come forward and clarify the middle card here, energy at the heart of the reading. What is the energy at work in the collective, please? Raise vibration, flow. Luafus. Take a risk, new approaches. Haste, impulsiveness, go for it now. Spontaneity and ambitious. There might be like, I don't know how to say it. I think we're feeling impulsive right now to jump and do something. I feel like there's an urgency in the energy. Like people want to grasp for something now. It might not be ready yet though, but they want to take a risk and find a new way to approach something that they really, really want. I feel very Leo energy here, which is, it fits because the moon just moved into Leo. What? Are you serious? Oh, mommy. I'm so sorry. She does this every time, and I don't know how to break her of it. Take a risk, and then there's energy, the connecting. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, Venus still is in retrograde in Capricorn, so that might bring it might bring desires from the past back into our hearts, you know. So somebody might want to jump hastily towards something that they want that was brought up from the past. I'm not going to stick with that because that's only one piece of the energy. Venus retrograde is only one piece of the energy. I mean, because right now, like, Even though the moon is in Leo, it's in direct opposition to Pluto, which is the other ruling water planet. It rules Scorpio. And those two pulling against each other will really affect our dream state. There might be something going on in the 5D where people are being impulsive about things. We'll get more clarification as we go. Fairies, please clarify and elaborate on the emotion that's crowning us. What is on our minds here with this emotion? Control of self. Why do we feel like we need to be in such control right now? Why are we being called to control our emotions? Please. Okay, the raw. Yeah, there's potential energy here. There's wild enthusiasm. And here under energy, we have enthusiasm to raise our vibrations. Here's the raw. It's like chariot energy, which is interesting because chariot ended up here at the bottom of the deck. Chariot and the Ra both have similar energies to me. It's the potential for movement, but not movement yet. But the energy is like building up, like a static charge before it pops. The Ra to me always brings to mind the song by Cake, Going the Distance, reluctantly crouched at the starting line. Engines thumping and humping in time. It's like that's where we're at. We're at the starting line and we're like revving up to go. It's the jet engine before the plane actually takes off, right? I just feel like there's this energy of trying to jump towards some kind of connection. Know that you will always lose. Yep. The power up before the go. Wild energy. Okay, so it's kind of wild energy. It's interesting that it didn't come out on the energy card, but above it. So we're being called to pull this energy that's at the heart of our situation and bring it up into the crown chakra where we connect to the source. Bring it up a vibration so that it can be purified, I heard. Because there is a lot of negativity that's going around right now. And if we pull that divine energy down into the muck, then it could become tainted. Yeah, wild energy right on top of emotion. This is, I feel like people want to be impulsive and jump towards something that they want. What's the recent past here, fairies? Please clarify and elaborate this resistance. A middle ground, preparation. What's this resistance here in the recent past, fairies? That's too many. It'll be the retriever bringing something back from the past. That makes sense with Venus retrograde. Please clarify and elaborate resistance in the recent past, please. Resistance. What's this resistance, please? I feel like a screeching of the tires, which is interesting because we've got the chariot and the Ra both indicating movement, but then we have this resistance, which is like pulling everything back. Like it got too wild. The energy got too wild and somebody needed to restrain. Please clarify resistance. Or resistance to the energy flow. This is fairies of the future. Hesitate and get dragged. Yeah. We've got another card here saying to go now. Now is the time. What Luathis says, go for it now. And fairies of the future say, choose a path and go now. Like, somebody is really trying to rein in some energy that's just out of control. There was a potential for a future here in the past. How you hide, find you well wanting to. Yeah, there was potential for something to grow. I say grow because the fairies of the future here are, this one's pregnant and something is growing and being manifested for the future. But here in the past, it was just, it was like restrained. Like I feel Eight of Swords energy here where she's bound and her hands are bound and there's all those doubts and thoughts swirling around her. There was a beautiful opportunity here, but there was resistance to this. Co-create the future. Co-create means not only with source, but with others. So there was a potential, high energy potential to form something really, really nice for the future. But then it was met with resistance. Present energy here. Please clarify and elaborate this diversity. What are we supposed to integrate here? I feel like whoever was involved with this were different people, and there was doubt about how their energies could merge. Okay, we've got ecstasis. That's, oh, ecstasy and joy. Blending, yeah. If we can just bring our energies together, we have the potential for these fairies of the future to co-create something extremely joyful and pure and true. It says that joy is power. What was I just saying over here about power, being powerful? A soul song. There is nothing but joy. Separateness is an illusion. See, that's what this blending is. We're not separated here. Oh, I'm stuttering. I'm sorry. I feel like this is the divine trying to bring us together. There was a separation here because somebody was intimidated by the strength of this emotion that was felt. And that's what's foremost on our minds right now. I say our because I'm reading for the collective in general. Not that it was like a personal kind of what's on my mind, but what's on what's in the energy of the collective right now. Was there was some strong emotion, but it was met with resistance, and that put a halt to something beautiful that was manifesting for the future. And what it was a blending of these two energies, and the energies that, if they would have been allowed to come together, would have made something really beautiful. This card mentions the void, and to me, and the way I interpret the void is that's the 5D. I feel like there's a bleed through here. There's a hole. I feel like the energies are bleeding through. And that's what this blending is, part of it. In the void is where soulmates can meet if we're not in connection in the 3D, which many soulmates and twin flames right now are in separation. This is, I believe, the straggler group, but I feel like this straggler group is getting bigger. More and more souls are being added to this particular part of the collective. Yeah, I feel like I heard we're being called to blend this, but one or both parties are resistant to it. I think just because it's so overwhelming. This is high energy we're talking about, like 5D energy, divine energy, spirit energy. And here on the 3D, when we're just trying to get through, you know, work and COVID, and the kids aren't going to school, and winter's in full swing, and there's lots of stress about everything. Like, the last thing on our minds right now is stuff that spirit wants us to do. So we feel like it's too much. It's too much. That's why I feel this overwhelmed, that we have to put a rein on something. And it's so much easier to put the spiritual stuff on the back burner and just try to deal with what's in front of us. But there's joy here. I think I heard some of them meet in the void because it's like a reprieve from what's happening in the 3D. There's a lot of 5D communication here, I feel. But I just feel a lot of fear. I feel power and fear. I mean, two pulling energies. I think that could be when I mentioned earlier between the moon and Pluto being in opposition. The moon is the emotions, and Pluto, being the ruler of Scorpio, I believe, is the power. And they're pulling at each other, and we're stuck in the middle, and we don't know what to do. We don't know which way to look. We don't know which way to turn. We don't know which place to put our energy so that we can best utilize it. Let's keep going. Fairies, please clarify and elaborate this battle in the near future. Face what terrifies you. This battle card is also calling us to ask why. Why are we fighting? What are we fighting this for? What are we fighting against, actually? Are we really just fighting against love in general? What are we fighting against? It says, save what you can if you can. So it's also telling us to pick our battles. Face what terrifies you. And it's good versus evil. I think this is just like negative versus positive within our own thoughts, If this is an internal battle, someone's being called to ask themselves, why are you fighting this? Why? Why are you fighting this? There's the energies here to move forward. You've got the blessings of the future. You've got ecstasy and joy in the present. The separateness is an illusion. So even though somebody is trying to resist, even though somebody is pulling in two different directions, that separateness they're trying to manifest in order, I feel like it's a guardedness. To guard themselves. They're trying to separate themselves from this high energy of this emotion. And it's an illusion. Separating yourself from this is not real. It's still there. It's still going to pull you. And she's got the zoomies now. Please clarify and elaborate this battle. Face what terrifies you. Please clarify this battle in the future, fairies. What is this fight that we have to choose? Yeah, you have to ask, why are you fighting this? It's the singer of intuition, clairaudience, music, divination, illumination, and insight. Hang on. It says inward focus, high omens, meta symbols, and oracles. Okay. So for those in the collective who are being drawn to raise their vibrations, the battle is here. keep me awake. We're gonna need intuition to determine what we have to fight. Clairaudience is clear hearing, and right after that it said music. So I feel like the divine is going to be trying to give signs and synchronicities through music. This might be a connection between two souls, because when soulmates are in separation, a lot of times from the 5D, because we exist on different vibrations, different dimensions. I liken it to the Marioshka dolls. I hope I said that right. The doll within a doll within a doll within a doll. That's what our existence is like. We've got a soul and a spirit and a light body and our higher selves, and then pieces of our spirit in other places. On the 5D, where our higher selves are still pure and attached to the source, that's where soulmates can meet in the void. In the void, in the 5D. It's there that we can communicate not only with our soulmates, but with each other on a higher level. I believe what this is saying is, if this is a soulmate connection, then the soulmates on the 5D are speaking to each other through music. This could actually, I heard the music of the spheres also, like, and this looks like planets meeting almost. Look at that. Like there's a planet and there's a moon here or something, and the energies are coming together. This feels like, yeah, this feels like the chakras, you know? Like the lower chakras lighting up and then meeting in the crown to get messages. I think some people are going to fight this. Because like I said, it's just overwhelming to have to do 3D stuff and be this. It's exhausting. But more than that, I feel like we're going to need to use intuition to decide which battles we're going to fight here. I heard, search your heart, you don't have to fight this. Because it's pure, it's from source. And it's come forward to bring you joy, to bring you connection. You asked for this. That's why there's so much forward energy on this, because you asked for this. And now you're fighting it. But listen to the signs and the music, because we're trying to tell you that it's okay to let loose control a little bit. These emotions are what tie you together. Please clarify the well-being as the outcome, fairies. Please come forward and clarify and elaborate well-being as the outcome. Accept guidance and enlightenment. Yeah. Please clarify well-being as the outcome. Secrets of you, your essence. Nope. Nope. Please clarify well-being as the outcome. Please clarify well-being. Oh, hello, divine masculine. That's beautiful. Oh, fairy godmother on the bottom, and soulless, and the fucking Glankener underneath. I knew it. There's that doubt. But, he's being squashed. I can feel it. So people are going to move past that self-doubt. I'll get more on the Glankener later, but we've got Beautiful divine masculine energy coming forward. I love this card. He feels very protective. He feels very powerful. He feels very aware and awake. So, come on. This says erotic energy and protectiveness, leadership, procreation, spark of life, power, fatherhood, life force, and shamanic power. This goes along with the one that's right here next to it. Singer of intuition, high omens, and oracles. And this says shamanic power. Yeah. Oh, is this the masculine? I got a kitty on my shoulder right now. Okay. True. Do it. True. Get down, please. What do you think, Huey? When I see himself like this, I mean, I'm so proud of him that he came forward and is in his power. Because this helps. I've been told when the masculines come into their power, the energy shot into the 5D, into the energy flow of everything is going to be so powerful that it's going to heal them and their counterparts. I heard. I heard he's well now. He's well now. When himself comes forward, he fills the whole card. His chakras are lit. Heart, third eye, and crown. I see his arms outstretched as like a protective stance. And I feel like it's... Wait. We'll get clarification on that because there is a little bit of a chance this could go for some. Remember, this is a general collective reading and there's millions in the collective. A couple, I say, but a few of these masculines may feel like they need to protect themselves from all of this. But mostly I get that the masculine himself comes forward when the masculine is trying to protect the feminine from something. Because those arms outstretched to me say, it's like a reverse, what was the card that comes out like that? Crap, I can't remember. But he's got his hands up in an X and it always tells me, you shall not pass. But it's like in a negative way. This is protective. This is, you will not get to her. I'm here now. And I'm in my full power. And you will not ruin this, I heard. And that being on the well-being card, it's almost like he's protecting the energy that's supposed to come through and heal the feminine so that the connection can be healed. I get healing from this because it's like well-being to me feels like a spring, like a refreshing well, a spring of the source's water. That's what heals, is the waters of source. I wonder if temperance is going to show, because temperance is what is the angel that pours source back and forth into the two cups, between the two cups. I feel like he's being very protective of this. I heard, I just got well. You can't ruin this. I just woke up. I just got here. Okay. Under the deck, we've got the fairy godmother, which is a gift, a wish granted, a lesson, a little nudge. You can catch a break. Whenever this card comes up, I always have to mention here, it says, say thank you, because a gift is coming. And I heard, this is what you asked for. What did this came out over here, too, somewhere. This is what you asked for. You asked for this, and here it is. And then underneath that is soulless, which is sun energy, which is illumination, bringing the truth to the forefront, bringing the truth to light. Not just the truth, but things that are hidden. Wasn't there a card saying something about something hidden? Oh, it was on top of the Glankener here too, but the sage is underneath that. That's good. We've got the sly, smooth talker here in the middle. We've got the gift from Fairy Godmother. We've got illumination from Soulless, and then this motherfucker right here, Grima Wormtongue, whispering lies through the whole thing. But it's sandwiched between Soulless and the Sage. So that's when I was feeling like these negative entities, whether they're karmic in the midst, or whether they're our own self-doubt, or we talking to ourselves poorly, it's being rooted out, I heard. So if this has to do with the masculine, like I think it does, because himself has made his appearance, I believe that the masculine is going to catch a break. Something's going to be illuminated, and he's going to realize who within his circle, either people or himself, are trying to sabotage this whole thing. So we're going to move on to the Gilded, but I'm going to take a moment before we move on. This is bringing the energy down now from the 4D where the fairies are into the 3D. So we're going to go on to the Gilded, which is very 3D energy. But I'm going to pause and take a moment to do one more once over to see if there are any other messages before we move on. So what I was picking up was the feeling that some masculines pulled back their emotions from the connection because they knew they had to heal something. But the key word is they knew they had to heal something. That's why himself has shown up, because this is an actualized, aware of himself, divine masculine. I believe this is a part of the collective where they actively know who they are in the connection. They know who they are, they know who their feminine is, they know their counterpart. But they know that there's toxicity, and they need to pull back from the connection because they don't want to get that toxicity into the connection, because it is pure. It's this purity of ecstasis. They don't want to, because ecstasis comes on top of the diversity card, on top of blending. They don't want to get that toxicity in the mix, because with himself here on well-being, it's like he's actually working on his well-being. So that's in the future. That's the outcome. He's going to be working on his well-being. And I know that's it's like, yeah, we got to keep waiting. Because this enthusiastic energy on top of emotions, I feel like this is partly the feminines in the group. Like, they're ready. We're ready. The feminines are ready. Because we always wake up first. And we are put to the grind first. When the masculines stay asleep, because they're usually still in karmic situations. The karmic situations from the past. Or the present. See, there was a controversy recently in the cards where some masculines couldn't figure out which one was which, okay? In some cases, the soulmate or twin connection was the older of the connections, one that was established early but never came to fruition. And it's just like a lingering kind of in the background, like, ooh, the poison in the water, like I had been getting the past week or 2 weeks. But not, I mean, not necessarily poison, like, but it was like weaving through his life. But then there was a connection that came in recently that felt very beautiful, and it came in for a specific reason. The divine brought in the new connection in order for them both to heal. Okay? The new connection, in some cases, the new connection was the soulmate connection, and the past connection was a karmic connection. In other cases, the past connection was a twin or soulmate connection, and the newer connection brought in to heal was a karmic. But in that case, the karmic was a very positive karmic. It was divinely written that this would happen, or this would be put in motion for them to. Even if after the new connection would end, they would both be healed and be able to move on. However, the masculine could not figure out which one was which, so he just kiboshed it all. That's where this restriction in emotions come from, this resistance here in the past to something that could be really beautiful for the future with these fairies of the future. This being called now to integrate and blend the two energies into ecstasis. This is rapture. This is divine joy right here in the present. In present energy is the possibility of this right now. And it's just been kiboshed. So in the near future, there's going to be a fight. And it could be, real words between the two. Like, you did this, why did you do this, why did you stop this? And the masculine saying, well, I mean, not in so many words, because sometimes they don't actually know how to express what they're going through spiritually and emotionally. But what they will probably say is, it was too much. I didn't want it right then. I didn't want this at the time, But I believe somebody's being called to use their intuition in this battle. What are we really fighting? So if this is like feminine energy, she's going to want to fight this motherfucker when he comes back because she's pissed. This has taken so long. These cycles last years and decades sometimes, So she's going to want to fight. Either that or, like I had been saying before, that the feminine is ready to fight on his behalf. While he's down, while he's healing with something, she's ready to come forward and fight like a fight, because we're warriors now, masculine. We've been through so much already that, if this is like karmic energy that you're trying to fight against, I mean, we've fought demons on their home turf. I think we can handle an angry karmic. So this might be the feminine trying to come in and actually use the intuition that she's gathered after all this time to help him decide, what exactly are you fighting against, my dear? You're fighting against joy? You're fighting against connection? You're fighting against healing? What are you so afraid of that you had to pull that back when this was all set up so we could heal? Because if there is a battle coming in the future, we fucking need you. We can't do this alone again. If this is a spiritual kind of battle coming up, we need our masculines to be in their armor and ready to fight. You're fucking kings, masculine. When Glanganer comes out, and I always channel the Grima Wormtongue energy, who was Grima Wormtongue trying to keep as a servant but one of the most powerful kings in Middle-earth? That's you. We need you to be in your full power, actualized like himself, full masculine energy. And we know to do that, you need to heal something. But a lot of them right now are still, even still, asleep to this. And if they're awake to this, they're ignoring it. That might be that inner struggle in them. They know on some level that they have to level up and let that karmic stuff from the past go. Because even if it was a soulmate connection from the past, even if that past connection was a twin, it's not coming to fruition yet. So there might be some call to let that sit while you heal with this new connection that came in, that you also pulled away from. But we're going to keep going, and we're going to get to the Gilded. Wake it up a little bit. In the sky, fire in the tree. There's nothing but pain. Put it on me. Okay. Now this is going to bring it down to the 3D a little bit. We're going to kind of step away from the really spiritual stuff and see how this is manifesting or affecting our everyday waking life with these cards. But you never feel like the world breaking to pieces right in front of you. Burned out to see. Okay, I want to clarify this impulsiveness on the energy flow. Take a risk. What is this energy? What is this on the energy flow? This Luapis the Wild. Please clarify Luapis on the energy in the heart of the matter. The world. Okay. This is a completion of a cycle. You hear that? She's got the zoomies. Energy flow, impulsiveness, and the ending of a cycle. Yeah. It was just like, this is done. No, wait. Days where I was crazy for young. Okay. Okay. I heard they know that. They had to decide which cycle to end. The world is an ending. It's the last card of the major arcana before we get to the 3D aspects of the 4 suits of the minor arcana. I believe in the world card, just like in the Wheel of Fortune, is a representation, not in this deck, but in other decks, of the 4 fixed signs, not the cardinal signs, the fixed signs. Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus. So we might have fixed energy here, one of those 4 signs in their charts or yours. I'm just kidding. There's an ending here. What is it? I just heard, I know. They know. They know they have to end it. They know they have to end something, but like I said before, they're not sure which one is which. And I think that's why the energy is moving so slow. That's why they had to pull back emotion in order to look at this in a different way. Because emotion ran through both connections, so they couldn't tell which one was the right one. They knew one of them had to end. Because this world card, this ending is looking right here at the fairies of the future. And so I feel like he had to end something that could have been beautiful. There was resistance there anyway. Whew. I really hope this is making sense, because this is confusing the hell out of me. Please clarify our crowning energy here. The raw on emotion. This wild energy, this enthusiasm. Yeah, it's the Ten of Cups. That's what's on the crowning energy in the collective right now. There is this beautiful potential behind this emotion in order to have this wish fulfillment, this Ten of Cups. You know? The problem when this card comes out, I hate this energy, but I feel like this is feminine, and I'll tell you why. It's because we have been called to take our hands off of the masculines and continue in our journey, because they have things that need to be allotted to them. I feel like there's karma going to be paid. The reason that this feels sad is because, yes, it's wish fulfillment. There's a beautiful house and all the 10 cups filled in the rainbow, but really look at the card. Who is there enjoying it? It looks like a woman and her daughter and their cat, right? The masculine is not in this picture. You know, there's bees here. That's community and hard work. So working together in order to create this. But look, the masculine isn't here, which makes me feel like this is clarifying to the feminines that they need to move forward and make their own happiness for now. And that's what's on our minds right now. Are we really going to have to do this for ourselves, by ourselves? Where is my masculine? You know, we've got the emotion, we've got the enthusiasm, we've got the energy, we're ready. We're ready to pursue this happiness. Where the fuck are the men? You know, I'm going to be here living with my daughter or my niece and our damn our ginger ass cat. But the masculine's going to be here in the future trying to heal. So I remember in a couple readings before them saying, prepare that place in the future for when the masculine gets there. So maybe that's what we're being called to do here. Take our emotions and that enthusiasm and walk forward and create the future. Here it's co-creating the future right here on top of resistance. We're resisting it because we don't want to create a future without you there with us. But you're not here yet. You're still in the future, and you're going to be healing all the way over there too. So yeah, we're resisting that. You and me, we won't be unhappy if I only could. Please clarify and elaborate fairies of the future. Co-create the future in the past. Thank you. The Emperor. Yeah. He was here. She's the world here with this feminine energy here. She's looking right at the Emperor in the past. Resistance. Yeah, he was resistant. Now, I don't do reversals. I have a feeling that that could have come out reversed if I had reversals in the deck, because I feel like this Emperor is scattered, stubborn, looking away. He's not looking at the world here, at the world card, this feminine here on the world card. He's not looking at her. He's looking off towards the past, like he's turning his back on it. But there's something else here. Hang on. I feel like I just heard she had to be the emperor in order to co-create this. That makes sense because we have been on this journey, the feminines have been on this journey to really nurture and grow our masculine energy. But it's exhausting to have to be both, you know? Let me think, please. I feel like this is saying you were here. You were right here, and we could have started this future, but there was resistance. And now we have to stand in our masculine and our feminine energy in order to manifest this 10 of Cups for ourselves so that it's ready when you come out of your stupor. When we meet you in the future, we have to have that already set up. Please clarify the present energy of ecstasis on diversity. This combined and blended connection. Clarify and elaborate. Please, thank you. Two of Pentacles, juggling, balancing. The blending, I like that blending of the two, but being balanced. Like, that's what I was just saying. We have to blend the two sides of us here, the masculine and the feminine. We've got to juggle it, balance it, and blend it together. Because the masculines aren't here yet. They're still waiting to come into the future in order to heal. Heal what? Well, we'll probably figure that out. Please clarify the singer of intuition on the battle in the future. No, that's too many. Please clarify the intuition needed for this battle in the future. Illumination and insight. Please clarify what we need to know about this battle in the future. Thank you. The Hierophant. This is divine law. This is the connection. This is the twin soulmate connection. That's what we need our intuition for, because it's going to be a fight. What? I gave you turkey. What more do you want? Oh, she breaks my concentration. Why are you fighting this? Yeah, we were called with the battle card to ask why we're fighting and what we're fighting. Then we had Singer of Intuition to listen. And the Hierophant here, he's the divine Pope. What the Pope does is, not to get religious, but what the Hierophant's role is to protect, preserve, and teach divine law. And when that comes up to me, it feels like the soul connection, because those soul connections that deep, where high-level soulmates and twin flames need to come together, that's divine contract. That is written from before this lifetime. Because remember what the twins are. The twins are a soul, one soul, that in the beginning elected to be split in two. That is a divine contract that you cannot break. And no matter how many cord cutting meditations, intentions, spells, whatever, no matter how many of those you do to try to break a twin flame connection, that thread cannot be broken. Not even with death. That needs to be fulfilled. What did you say? It needs to be fulfilled to completion. And that's what this divine law card is. So somebody here is choosing to fight against this connection. Fight against it? Because again, earlier I got this feeling from himself that if some of the masculines actually pulled away in order to protect the connection. So they at least acknowledge it. They at least acknowledge it so far as to know that what is this connection is between the two of them is very sacred, and that nothing should be able to poison that. I'm reminded of one of the cards in my love quotes deck that says, "My life is a clusterfuck right now and I don't want you anywhere near it." That's what I feel like he was saying. So let's clarify and elaborate on himself as the outcome on top of well-being, please. Oh, that's too many. Please clarify him. Oh, thank you. The Page of Swords. There's watching and waiting and hoping and praying. What is that song? I'm hoping and wishing and praying and something. The Page of Swords is a information gatherer. I feel like this is air energy. The Hierophant is Taurus proper. The Emperor is Aries. And I give it a little bit to Capricorn also. So we've got Aries, Capricorn, Taurus, and Page of Swords, I feel, is Gemini. What else did we have? We had the Chariot, which is Cancer, the Star, which is Aquarius. We had Solus here, which kind of represents Leo. I heard, I'm learning about this. I'm learning about myself. I'm watching you. I see you. I'm keeping tabs on you. But I'm learning about myself so that I can heal something. That's from the masculine. So we're going to go on to, oh wait, the bottom of the deck here, we've got Ace of Pentacles. I've got something small to offer you. Knight of Pentacles, but it's going to take a while. Ace of Wands, but it's from my heart. I heard, I mean it. That's what I always hear with the Ace of Wands. It's like, I mean it. So let's go on to the Tarot of the Divine. This is the mythology and folklore from around the world. I don't know all the stories that are depicted on every card. Excuse me. In that case, I interpret intuitively. Excuse me. One more. That was better. I just got a song. I feel like I got two songs at once, so now I have to figure out what they are. What Do You Want From Me by Adam Lambert. And I hear another song, What Are We Fighting For? But I can't pinpoint who or what the song is or who it's by. But I did hear What Do You Want From Me by Adam Lambert. Excuse me. Yeah, okay, I will. I gotta look up the words. That's relevant. I won't give up. I need a second to breathe. Is this the right one? No, this is different. No. No. Okay. Hey, slow it down. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Yeah, I'm afraid. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? There might have been a time would give myself away. Oh, once upon a time I didn't give a damn, but now here we are. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? And the chorus says, just don't give up. I'm working it out. Please don't give in. I'll let you down. It messed me up. I need a second to breathe. Just keep coming around. What do you want from me? Yeah. So I'll put a link to that in the description. That seems very, very relevant to this. I'll do the Adam Lambert version since that's what came to me first, but Pink also does do a version of it. It was originally written for her. So, I'll put the Adam Lambert version because I like that one better. Nothing against Pink. I love her version too. But the Adam Lambert one was the first one. And I apologize for my singing, but I had incense burning that always makes my throat really scratchy. Okay, Tarot the Divine. Please clarify and elaborate the world, this ending on this energy flow. Whoa, that's too many. What was the ending on this energy flow, please? Take a risk. Somebody was ready. Haste, impulsive. Oh, maybe that's what it was. It felt impulsive. It felt hasty. And because it felt that impulsive and hasty, and like this energy was like, go for it now. So each person was like, yeah, let's do this. And then it just became so overwhelming that it felt wrong. It felt like this is wrong. And part of that could be because one or both still had, oh, really? Fuck you, Spirit. Really? I did not. Oh. Okay. I'm going to skip over that. I can't say that. All I'll say is that this energy flow and this blending that wanted to happen, it came so quickly. It just kind of knocked them for a loop, and somebody just screech. No, this is no. I'm putting an end to this. That with the World card, and that was the resistance in the past. The resistance to this call to co-create this beautiful future now, because the energy is here now. She's here now. She's here, you're here, the connection is here because the divine brought it together. Now, do it. And it was just too much. The impulsiveness of it, the energy behind it, the quickness of it, it was just overwhelming. It's like, this cannot be real. This cannot be real. This cannot happen right now. Please clarify the world. Okay, thank you. Yeah. 5 of Cups, regret, walking away. The world ended it, and then somebody had to walk away. One or both. I say both because sometimes, it will not sometimes, usually, there's a runner and a chaser. Sometimes it's the feminine who's the chaser because she wakes up to the connection first. The masculine stays asleep. If she does tell him about the connection, he's not attuned to hearing that. So one or both of them one or both can put an end to it. Boom, bam, with the world card. But then once they separate, walk away from each other, here's the regret. This is La Llorona, the crying woman. She either allowed her children to die or she killed them herself by drowning. And now she's cursed to walk in sorrow forever. That's what it feels like when the connection is broken. When he walks away, and look at how she's left to walk in sorrow. And this arm that's reaching up from the waters, grabbing her, this keeps her tethered to her sorrow. It keeps her tethered to her pain. So whatever this was, this ending that's at the heart of the reading, this is where the feminine is now. Racked in grief, not being able to walk away from where they were when this happened, and just mourning these 3 cups that are spilled now. Now, what is preserved here is the 2 of Cups, which is the divine connection, the 2 of Cups. It did survive this death, I feel. It survived this, it was killed. So it was killed. It survived the killing. But she isn't even able to look at it because of her grief. And it's under the moon here, so I feel like this is all internal. All of this pain and suffering is internal. So, the 2 of Cups that's up on the riverbank, I don't know if she put them there for safekeeping, or if the divine is holding it back from her or from them because it's not ready. She's not ready to receive that. Somebody wasn't ready to receive that 2 of Cups, and they had to just kick everything over and run. But if we look at this from the point of view of the divine connection, the cups were spilled, he's nowhere to be found, and she's left in her suffering. But the divine has preserved the connection with this 2 of Cups behind her. If she can ever release herself from this suffering, I heard him too. This could be either or. See, that's what the thing about general is, that sometimes even if this is a feminine in the picture, it could be the masculine, because both sides have both sides in them. Also because there could be some masculines that are the feminine in the connection, and some feminines that are the masculine in the connection. Whoever the masculine was walked away. Whoever the feminine is, remember, energy. It's energy. Gender ain't shit. Okay? I have an enormous amount of masculine energy in my chart, but I am the divine feminine in the connection. I know men who have an enormous amount of feminine energy in their chart. They could be the divine feminine in that connection. It has nothing to do with gender or sex or gay or straight or nothing. It's energy. So whoever was the masculine kicked over these cups and ran. She's left mourning what was lost, and the divine has preserved the Two of Cups for when she can release her grief. That is what we're working on. That's what it's at the heart of the collective right now. Somebody working on their grief. So crowning energy, please. What connects us to source? This Ten of Cups on top of the Ra. Please clarify. The Ten of Cups on top of the Ra. On top of the energy. No, on top of emotion. Yeah. We had such high hopes. That's what I get from it. Emotion plus enthusiasm. For the Ten of Cups, I feel like we had high hopes. Please clear. Okay. Yeah, the Knight of Cups. Yeah. I love Knight of Cups energy. We had high hopes. Somebody came forward with this offer. I heard, I know who I love. I heard, I know who you are. I heard, I know where I'm going. I'm hearing, Where Are You Going by Dave Mathews Band. I am no Superman. I have no answers for you. I am no hero, that's for sure. But I do know one thing. It's where you are, it's where I belong. I do know where you go. It's where I wanna be. See, Ten of Cups. The Ra movement. Where you go is where I wanna be. So I'll put the link to that song in the description. Maybe I should write this down. Hang on, please. Oh, please don't fall. I've never channeled this many songs before, my goodness. Please don't fall. You fell anyway, bitch. Okay. It's a little unruly up there on my shelf because I have to keep everything out of view of the camera. So let's see. We've got What Do You Want From Me? Adam Lambert. And Where Are You Going? By Dave Mathews. That's what we got so far. Okay. Please clarify and elaborate. The Emperor in the past. The Emperor on the Fairies of the Future. Go now. And he went. Go now. And then the Emperor. Please clarify the Emperor in the past. He's a masculine in his power. He's all four kings rolled into one. He's I heard Master of My Domain. Did I say that already? Master of My Domain. I have very stubborn energy here. Wait, I'm getting a lot of different, wait, okay, pull back some of them. Oh my goodness. I'm getting so many different masculine energies right now. They're all bickering. No, not bickering. They're all fighting to say something. I heard, I built this myself. I'm not giving it up. I heard, I've already got something built. I can't give it up. I heard, they're all talking at once. Okay, I gotta pull back from that. But I at least got 2 messages out there. I'm sorry. That's just, there was so much chatter on that. Yeah, there was so much. Okay. Whew, I had to pull back on that. I need a minute. Whew. I'll come back in a second. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. Whoa, that was a lot. I don't know if they were arguing within themselves or if there were just that many masculine voices coming forward at once, but shoot, I had one more thing come through for the Emperor and I just lost it. Oh, okay, I heard he made an executive decision. That's what I heard. So let's clarify this Emperor, please, on Fairies of the Future. Please clarify the Emperor on Fairies of the Future. Ace of Swords, that clarity. I have to make myself clear. Oh, that threw me. But see, now this kind of changes it, which is nice. I feel like in the past there was resistance to go, and then the Emperor came into his, like, came back to his faculties, came back to himself, like, remembered who the fuck he was. And, you know, had this clarity about what needed to happen. And what he wanted. What the truth was. Please clarify the present energy. 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, Queen of Cups. The Queen in her power, I heard. So they are equals. They are equals. Did he not see that? I heard he saw it. He just made an executive decision. Juggling these emotions. Diversity is blending. Ecstasy and joy. Blending the 2 together. That's what... It's just, it really, it's painful to feel, to channel this. I heard she's holding down the fort, but it's killing her. This particular Queen of Cups is covering her cup. Like, she doesn't trust anymore. Why is she covering it? Joy. Then juggling. Oh, okay. Right? There was a coming together, there was an integration, a blending of energies, and it brought this beautiful joy for a moment. Then there was indecision and juggling. Then there was a attempt to balance something. And at the end, she's protective now of her emotions. The Queen of Cups is usually a very nurturing, loving. She's intuitive. It's a water energy. So with the Queen, this could be Pisces energy. But she's very intuitive. She's almost psychic, you know. But in the Gilded, she's very soft and demure and loving. And she's coming forward with her cup outstretched. But in this deck, I'm not sure what story this is, but in this deck, she's like a mermaid. I wonder if this is the African mermaid goddess. I'll have to check on that. But she's down at the bottom of the ocean, meaning she's fully engulfed in her emotions. She knows them well. She's not afraid of them, but she is protective of this cup now because there was juggling here. So on top of this joy, there was some kind of juggling. And since this is a masculine in the card, I believe the masculine may have been trying to balance two options. And in the process, now she's guarded. You know, now she's protective and guarded over her heart. Please clarify the Hierophant on top of intuition in the future. The Hierophant! Ugh. You guys, I can't make this up. This is double confirmation of a soul contract. Somebody is coming into great intuition about this soul contract in the future. Can we love each other? Can we play like there ain't no other? If I hear my name, I will run your way. Yeah, in near future, this battle between good and evil, two sides, positive and negative, it's going to be fighting intellect and intuition on this. This is double confirmation of the soul contract from the masculine side and the feminine side. This is a coming together of this soul contract. Such heavy soul contract energy, I believe, is the twin flame energy. But we don't have the Two of Cups except here in the Five of Cups, and that we don't have Six of Cups, which is the nostalgia, love from the past card. We don't have the Lovers. I mean, it's like love was completely left out of this, almost. There's deep emotion, but it's almost like it didn't get a chance to get to that point. This might be too loud, sorry. There we go. If you're ready now, if you're ready now, I'm ready now. Yeah, I mean, Hierophant on top of the Hierophant. This is... This is divinely written that these two need to finish this contract. The problem is, like I said before, he can't tell which one's which. So he needs to pull back. He needs to heal some things. He needs to figure out where he stands. He needs to decide which connection is the truth. And that's painful for us on the outside because we don't know if they're going to choose us or not. They could choose the karmic. Maybe we're the karmic and they choose the twin. And then the connection that was supposed to come forward for them to heal never gets fulfilled. If he goes and chooses the other without getting this healing, it's going to just cause pain. You know? This is, I mean, I can't say anything more about that particular stack. The Hierophant on the Hierophant. Please clarify Page of Swords on himself. What is he watching? Well-being, awareness of himself, self-awareness maybe. But the Page of Swords is like an observer. He watches. They call him the spy. What is he watching for? A sign? What is the Page of Swords? The Eight of Coins. So work. That's odd. There's no joy in this work. Look at this. This is suffering. Look at it. That's toil. Usually in the Eight of Pentacles, it's somebody working meticulously on something, right? So maybe this is just like saying he's working on himself, because we've got himself on top of well-being, but then we've got the Page of Swords, which is watching from afar, and then we've got the Eight of Coins. It's like I'm stepping back. I'm still watching you, but I've got this work to do, and it's painful work. Because look at her feet and her hands. She's bloody from this work. Because this, whatever she's making, it's got thorns all over it. There's no joy in this work. There's no peace. There's no healing in this work. This is arduous, painful work that he's trying to accomplish, and it's all for his healing. So it's like he's got to do something that's really painful in order to free himself up. And he's watching, or he's watching her do all the work. And she's pissed. I mean, look at her face. She's like, I can't believe I have to do all this by myself. All this painful bullshit, and he's nowhere to be found. And all I want is for him to be there, and he's nowhere to be found. But yeah, he's watching. He's pulled himself back so he can heal. But look, she's got to continue the hard work. You know? Bottom of the deck. We've got, Four of Wands. That's beautiful. Seven of Wands. That's contention. Fighting. Defensiveness. And Nine of Swords. Stress. Oh, well, I had hoped that something would change, but this is just really a continuation of what's been happening. I mean, they had to pull away in order for the masculine to heal. The connection was too much at once. But it was so beautiful. It was just the potential. That's what the RAR is, potential. The potential of this connection was chef's kiss. Mwah, beautiful. It was equal. They're equals. It was equal. It was pure. It was straight from the divine. We've got two Hierophants here, and ecstasis. This would have been the most balanced, equal, pure, joyous connection. And it was just at the heart of the matter here was this 5 cups. Somebody just spilled the cups and pieced out. I almost said deuced. That means poop. Oh, they threw up deuces and pieced out, you know, and she's left in sorrow and pain, fully aware herself of the divine connection because it's been written, and she's left to do the hard work while he heals. That's our reading for today. I really had hoped that the energies were different, that there was some progress. That's why I only do like a couple during the week. I don't do dailies, because I like to wait for the energies to change and show me what's going on next. But this is like very stuck connection, very stuck with the juggling and the resistance. There was such opportunity and potential for these two energies to blend into something beautiful because the divine wrote it that way. It was just too much at once. Too fast. All right, everyone. Oh, we can get love quotes. Should we get some love quotes? We'll do the love quotes. Let's do that. Don't fall, don't fall. Usually I do the love quotes when I feel like these two are not speaking, and it does feel in the collective that a lot of these connections are in separation right now because, like I said, someone walked away. Someone's left to pick up the pieces. Somebody has to heal. So I feel like there's minimal to no communication. Again, I have to stress this is a collective. So there's going to be aspects in what I've interpreted that go along with the karmic connection. Again, he can't figure out which one's which. Is the one from the past the karmic and the newer connection is the soulmate? Or is the connection from the past the soulmate and the newer connection sent to heal, is that a karmic? He cannot figure out which one's which. So I feel like whichever way this goes, they're in separation. So we can get some love quotes out of this. I really hope this resonated with someone. I hope it was useful, and I hope it made sense. If it did resonate and you'd like to support my channel, my Venmo is Arkytior46. I'll be thankful for anything that lands there. If you'd like to check out other readers with a similar vibe as me, I have a link down in the description to Dharma Jane Tarot. She's head raven over at the Raven's Nest. Also, you can check out Visions of Love Tarot. That's our Pixie. You check out Maslow Tarot. She's amazing. She is just amazing. And of course, Captain Happy's Arcana Adventure. Ahoy, Captain. We can be found over on the Raven's Nest Facebook group. Wait, how did I do this? Okay. Dang it. Alright, broke my concentration. We can be found over on the Raven's Nest Facebook group. I'm not the administrator there. That was started by Dharma Jane. But catch us over there. We're still on our bullshit. The mayhem continues. Half of us are in Facebook jail half the time. It's a fun group. But come with a sense of humor and don't be an asshat. Alright. We have here, sometimes I think I can hear you telepathically. A giggle, a whisper, my name, your voice is in my soul. We have, I know I need to surrender to this, but it's terrifying and I don't know why. Didn't we just have the card here? Where was it? Surrender to what terrifies you? It's on battle, isn't it? Face what terrifies you. I want to surrender to, I know I need to surrender to this, but it's terrifying and I don't know why. Oh, wait, what's the, let me read the back. Okay, so on the back of the telepathy one, it says, I want to be with you now, forever, and always. I need to find you, need you to know. I need to surrender to this. On the back it says, I don't want this or us to be over yet. I want to explore this love with you. Here we have, oh, this is a song. This is from Bruises by Louis Capaldi. Every breath that I've been taking since you left feels like a waste on me. And on the back it says, it's torture not being able to hold you. And we also have, is this another song? Perfect by Ed Sheeran. I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. Oh, and then on the back, we were just kids when we fell in love. All right, so that's what we got. Someone knows they need... Someone knows that, like the card says, I know I need to surrender to this, but it's terrifying and I don't know why. That's what stuck out the most for me. So thank you for watching. I'll be back in a couple of days with another update on the collective energies. Let's hope that there's a little bit of movement or some kind of positive changes in a couple days. I don't know where the moon is going to be. Where are we? We're in Leo, so if we go backwards, we're going backwards or forwards? Forwards. So in the next couple days, so it spends 2 days in each sign, so we're going to be moon in Leo for the next 2 days, and then around Friday we should be in Virgo. Virgo. Yeah. A little more grounded energy with that. That'll be good for our hearts. So thank you for sticking with me. We'll see you in a couple days, and remember, use your safe word.